issue you a warm welcome to the 2017 running of the event. My name is Alan Bestwick. I am proud to be leading the ABC television broadcasts of Saturday and Sunday afternoons for Horizon IndyCar Series races and serving as your master of ceremonies for the start of what we expect to be a fast, fun, and for the drivers and teams a very challenging weekend on the Raceway at Belle Isle course. Let me start by introducing some principals who are key in the community to making this event happen. And then after a while, we'll also hear from some of the drivers who spent some of their time with you outside today and here with us at our luncheon. I'd like to call up to the podium for a Prix program. We'll keep this fast like the race cars are too. Some of the folks who are really instrumental in making this happen. I'd like to start with the newest partner for the Detroit Grand Prix, which is EY. Randy Miller is their global automotive and transportation sector leader. Randy, if you'd come on up and join us. And while Randy makes his way up, we have a little introduction of what EY means and what they're doing here at the Grand Prix.
The legacies given to us by the great men and women of history all began with questions like, can this work better? It was better that gave man wings to fly. Better allowed us to shape our dreams and drive innovation. Better has remade us and transformed our health. Better has given us great art and new ways to create. And better has given us leaders who fought to improve our lives. The same question, can it work better, is at the heart of everything we do, which is why we have a purpose to build a better working world. And the question is, what legacy will you create?
Randy, we're happy to have you on here with us. We'll talk with you in just a second after I bring up the rest of the panelists. But a warm welcome to the Detroit Grand Prix, please. Let me say that 5 times fast. For EY. When we do the opening to our ABC broadcast, we're standing out on the edge of the island, and there's these big buildings right behind us that are all dressed in bow ties. We must be in the Motor City. And representing all of those bow ties, the U.S. Vice President of Performance Vehicles and Motorsports for General Motors, Jim Campbell. Jim, come on up, please. The Chief Executive Officer of Lear, celebrating their 100th anniversary and celebrating here with us this weekend. Please join me in welcoming Matt City to the stage. Matt. And our host for the weekend, the chairman of the Detroit Grand Prix, Mr. Bud Denker. Mr. Bud doesn't have 5 different radios in his hands and 4 different earpieces and so on. It's a rare sight. Enjoy it for the moment. Randy, EY, I went for a walk this morning downtown. So, Alan's routine, gets to a new city, gotta find the FedEx office, get all the stuff I've worked on the airplane printed, and gotta find a Starbucks. And in finding both, I walked by this building with a great big EY sign hanging out in front of it. You're so involved in this community. Why was it important for you and your company to get involved in the Grand Prix?
Well, thanks, Alan. First, let me say, you all saw our vehicle. I can guarantee you one thing, that's not going to win anything this weekend. But we're delighted to be a part of this. I think from a couple of perspectives. Number one, such a great high-caliber event featuring the city that drives major innovation that I think truly continues to transform this sector. So very committed to Detroit. We just did a big renovation to that building that you saw to make ourselves a workplace of the future. So we're very committed to the city and very committed to the automotive industry, and just delighted to be a part of this. To see it happen here, we have such high caliber teams, such high caliber drivers, and just fantastic.
You talk about the automobile industry. 2 words that you hear a lot when you read things about it are mobility and autonomous vehicles and so on. How is your company involved in helping the auto industry push further into those fields?
Well, I think it's been said many times that we're going to see more change in the next few years than we've seen perhaps in the last 25. And I think with disruption and convergence that there are huge opportunities around future mobility, whether that's ride sharing or autonomous, et cetera. And we're investing heavily with our clients to put strategies together around that, helping make it real. So it's a huge, I think, part of our business, and I think one that's been transforming our sector overall. I will say I don't anticipate anytime soon autonomous driving around the tracks. No, not going on record for that, but a huge amount of opportunity for our clients.
I think all the drivers here said, yeah. I'm not going to give it one job. Okay. Jim, Chevrolet, like I said, those bow ties are right in the background when we come on the air, and Chevrolet is everywhere around this city and around this event. Why is this event so important to Chevrolet?
Well, this is, first of all, welcome to everybody, and it's great to have you in Detroit. And thanks, Randy, for hosting our lunch here and being a partner with Prix. For us, we're headquartered right here in Detroit, and so as an automobile company, to have our cars and powertrains and our drivers and team members the stars of the event, that's pretty special for us. That's why we love racing and performance, because the cars and the racers and drivers are the stars. And it's a way for us to give back, partnering with Roger, and Bud, and Michael Montre, and the whole team, a way to give back. And the economic spending, which Bud will probably talk about, does help the community and help the region. That's a positive. And great work on the island, great improvements, and then the track is unbelievable. It's an exciting track for drivers. It's technical in many natures. The back stretch is super fast, and it's going to be fantastic. And then for us, Chevrolet's involved, obviously. We compete with a number of teams, including Roger Penske in the Chevrolet powertrain with Fillmore, Chevrolet Hurricane in the IndyCar Series. We have in the IMSA Series, we have Cadillac is competing with the DPI entry. And I think we have Jordan and Ricky are here, and they're doing a great job representing us. The Trans Am Series, it's great to see the Camaros out there. We race against all our cross-country rivals from Ford and FCA and others. That's exciting. And then Robbie Gordon's got his Stadium Super Trucks, and under the hood, they run a little thing called the Chevrolet Small Block V8. So we love being part of this event.
Everybody has for years talked about win on Sunday, sell on Monday, and so on. But I know part of your involvement in racing is that what you're racing is what you are selling on Monday in many ways.
Yeah. Well, certainly we use racing as a way to help us build better cars and powertrains for the showroom. And we know that from Corvette to some of our propulsion technologies, we learn on the track and we drive it straight over to the showroom. That's a fact. Also, what we love about racing is race fans get to the track early. You're going to see it all weekend long. They're going to get there early. Terry Dolan is here on our team. He puts a fantastic midway display up of our cars, crossovers, trucks, crate engines, transmissions, controllers, accessories, and parts. So we have a chance to talk to our current Corvette or Chevrolet customers and prospective customers. So we have a chance to sell something down the road. It may not be this coming Monday, but it's going to be some Monday down the road.
And it all definitely ties in. We're glad to have you here. So, Bud, here we go. Another year of Grand Prix. And all of the things, and the television focuses on the race itself, but there are so many other things going on around the event. What are some of the other things that go on there for families to come out and be entertained?
Well, thanks, Alan, for being here again, and thank you all for being here as well, joining us, kind of kicking off our week here. You, the media, tell the stories, right? You tell the stories about what goes on here, and you've done a great job of that, by the way. I want to tell you that because yesterday we had one of our best days of ticket sales we've ever had. So thank you all for what you've done to help get the word out there. But as Alan mentioned, as Jim talked about, we have 7 races on our track, which is amazing because every single minute there's something going on the racetrack. But also off the track, we've done a lot to improve things as well too. And by the way, for the drivers that are here, you're going to see a smoother back straight as well. Okay, so after that last few years, you just smooth back straight. But there's a lot going on off the track. We listened to our fans. Last year, we do an exit survey with our fans, and they can give us feedback. They wanted access to the Scott Mountain, one of the most iconic structures we have again. 93 years old this year, for the first time, we're allowing our fans access to the Scott Mountain for picture taking and the beautiful Renaissance behind them, obviously, as well. They also wanted access to the back straightaway. We've never allowed people to go to the back straightaway, the fastest part of the racetrack, 165, 170 miles an hour, right, Joseph? And this is you're going to have the grandstand back there. But also you're going to see how beautiful the island is. You saw it coming in, right? Since the DNR has taken over just 3 years ago, it's safe, it's clean, and guess what? Our investment over the last 8 years has been $13.5 million to Belle Isle. So that we're most proud of. Roger Penske's the guy that brought this race back here and has been such a great part of our community. Q Line now is running The first time, 8 years it's taken us to get down the tracks, and it's now running. So you that are visiting us this weekend are going to see a lot here on Belle Isle, but also a lot downtown that you haven't seen before.
And as far as the actual operation of the race weekend, always challenging when you're having 30, 60,000 guests coming to your place at one time. But yet, for the location that it is, everything seems to run so smoothly. That's not a one-day process, is it?
Well, I've got a great team. Michael Montry, our general manager, Gary Bays, Kathleen Worski, names you all know in the room. We're really the keys behind it. I kind of just able to observe, right? But we've got a great team. It takes us, you can imagine, when you build a track from the park, it takes a lot of time and effort. But we want to make it seamless for you all, make it seamless for the drivers to have a wonderful event. They're great athletes. Remember, this is the only IndyCar series there is. At least IndyCar race weekend, we're racing twice, Saturday and Sunday. The Trans Am's racing twice, the trucks are racing twice, and also the IMSA series is racing their endurance race in 100 minutes. So it's a lot for the athletes to go through, but it's also a lot for our sponsors and our fans to take in. So we plan to have over 90,000 people come on the Belle Isle this year. 90,000 people, all by buses in and out. We'll make it seamless for them as well. This kind of weather, we're going to have a wonderful result, wonderful weekend.
We appreciate your fixing that up for us too. Beautiful, beautiful weather for today. And forecast in right through Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll clear up by Sunday too.
One more thing also, I want to also thank Randy and your team for coming on board. They're a big part of this. You're the reason why we're having our event here today. And this guy on my left also, a big part of our community. Matt Simoncini Innovation Center here downtown now, 100-year anniversary. Lear Corporation is a huge part of our fabric of our society. Can't thank you for stepping up as well. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Matt, bigger role this year. You've been involved in the Grand Prix for 3 years with Lear, but a bigger role this year. Why?
They promised me that if we sponsored, I'd get a ride in a race car. And so oh yeah. It's having grown up in the city and been a part of this island. I ride my bicycle on the island. I remember my parents used to take me here on hot summer evenings to kind of get the cool breeze. It's such a gem, and then when you combine it with world-class racing, it was just too big of an opportunity to pass. So we received a call saying we could use your help. We'd ask you to step up a little bit. It was a no-brainer. It was a 2-second decision, of course, and we're very proud of our participation in the race and our association with Roger and Bud and Chevy. By the way, Chevy's making some of the best vehicles around with some of the best seats. Because we all know you buy the vehicle for the seats.
Very comfortable. Bud mentioned community, sense of community, and your company's involvement and pride in the community. How do you show that to the world?
Well, part of it is being part of such a world-class race and one that's going to be so publicized. I heard a number like 2 million people will see some portion of the race this weekend. To me, I always get asked the question, why do you do it? Why do you take your for-profit entity and why do you put money into the community? And to me, I always ask myself, why don't others do this? Because it creates an employer that people can be proud to work for. I think we have an obligation to give back as a business community to support the schools and the infrastructure. Detroit is coming back, but there's still so much more work to be done, and there's so much help that it needs. And so I'm proud of supporting the communities we do business in. This is our hometown. We started here 100 years ago. I'm proud that we're back in the city. But it's not just here. It's Juarez, it's Munich, it's Shanghai. I think businesses have an obligation to give back.
And we're very happy that you're doing so here and around the Grand Prix. I want to thank these 4 principals for sharing a few minutes and their thoughts on the race with us. Randy Miller from EY, Jim Campbell from General Motors, Bud Danker, of course, the Detroit Grand Prix, and Matt Simoncini from Lear. Thank you all very much. We have a number of drivers in the room here with us that will be participating in the race this weekend. Larry Henry, the voice of the Grand Prix, has got a microphone. He's going to wander around the room and let you hear from some of them now. Larry?
Yeah, I've been looking. I'm going to have to run back and forth. I did walk about a mile on the riverfront today, so I already have that in. This tall guy is Ari Lyondike Jr. that's beside me. He's driving the Speed Energy Stadium Super Truck Series. If you have not seen it, you're missing out on something. And of course, Lear is the sponsor of the truck.
Yeah, very happy to be back for our 4th year here. Always a great event and first class event. So yeah, this year we have Lear on the truck. The truck's beautiful. If you haven't seen it, it's outside. And yeah, it's just one of those things where all the drivers love to come in this race. It's so well organized. The track is very challenging, and we're very thankful as a series that we are allowed to come and play the game because it is kind of hectic. I know throwing those jumps out of the racetrack last minute is not an easy thing to do for the track itself. So it's a great opportunity also to race right before you are. A lot of fans love the track, and hopefully we get a win for the Lear truck.
Yeah, if you've not seen it, they do put jumps out on the racetrack. They'll jump up in the air. It looks like they're going to go sideways. They come down. They bounce all over the place. Occasionally get upside down on the racetrack.
Yeah, hopefully not myself, but yeah, the last couple of years I've had some good luck here. Here's on the podium. I think 2 out of 3 years we've raced here. So this is our 4th year, and finished 2nd here last year. So trying to do one better, and obviously hopefully bring some additional luck with the number 119 on my truck. Typically I run number 25, but 119 is a very special number for Lear, and so hopefully it'll bring me some luck.
Good luck to them.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, also running over this weekend, it's a series that I really enjoy. Go back to the old days when we used to run here, run across the country, and that's the Trans Am Series presented by Prix. Really great. And a gentleman that's going to be racing, he was the winner here last year in the TA2, Adam Andretti. Adam, welcome back.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
Last year, Trans Am came here, and they did it basically as an exhibition. There were no points involved in the racing. You couldn't tell it. These guys were pumping, banging, doing all sorts of things. And you and Gar Robinson fought, I think, even after the checkered flag.
Yeah, we tend to do that a lot. He and I have a lot of trust in each other, and we like racing each other a lot. And it got really sketchy out there. We're on slick tires, obviously, and the concrete surfaces started to rain on us at the end of the race, and caught some live traffic, and that almost put me in the fence, and that gave him the lead. And then you didn't want to be the first car at the time. So then I was able to pounce on him, and after that they threw the yellow. My heart rate was up, so that was nice.
Well, TA2, we're talking pony cars here. We're talking the muscle cars. And actually, muscle cars, as mentioned, in the race is going to take place on Sunday.
Yeah, it's the big 3. They'll have a Dodge Challenger, there'll be 4 Mustangs, there'll be Chevrolet Camaros. So we won here last year in the Challenger. We brought out our bow tie. So I think that makes Jim happy over there. But we got our bow tie out, we got our Camaro out. We're really excited about that. A little more power under the hood, and we're looking for a beat. That's what we need. We've had a struggle at the beginning of the year. We need to turn this 2017 around.
And I'm also going to talk about your brother John. All of us are wishing him the best as he fights cancer. And hopefully it's going to turn out. I know he's a fighter. I know the Andretti family is. And best of luck with him.
Thank you. This community knows John really well. Anyone knows John knows that he doesn't lose. He's a winner, and he's taking on this fight just like he would expect him to. And the biggest thing is the support from Nancy. His wife Nancy, everybody in here probably knows Nancy, and I'd hate to see John go through this without that level of support that she gives and provides. The kids do. Saturday he gets to walk down his daughter. He gets to walk her down the aisle. She's getting married on Saturday. I'm bummed that I get to miss that. You miss it for race weekends, and that's understood in the Andretti family. But nonetheless, it's a really special time for him. So we're focused. It's all positives. He's extremely positive-minded about it. It's a rough hiccup for him. But the message is loud and clear. If you haven't gone and got checked out, if you're not taking care of your health, that's the one thing, the biggest asset you have. And there's a reason why. I think John said this is the reason why there's numbers of years when you should get that done, because there's people out there a lot smarter than us. So listen to those years, and if you're in those windows, go get checked out. Do it for your family.
Well, our prayers go with him, and good luck this weekend here.
The prayers show, and the support does as well. We talk about all the time that the prayers are probably more important than modern medicine that's going in there. So thank you for the prayers it shows and all the love and support. It means a lot.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Now we've got a young lady out here. Catherine, you'll join me. Catherine Leck's going to be racing this weekend in the Chevrolet Sports Car Classic. Michael Shank Racing is coming to Detroit. They almost didn't because they're involved, of course, in Le Mans. Le Mans got testing coming up this next week, and they're scattering people all over the place. But she's been with the Delta Wing team primarily and given a chance this weekend to run here in the number 93 NSX machine. And your first time actually here in a sports car, isn't it?
Yes, so last year I actually drove for Shank and for Honda HPD in the Ligier in the race type, so it's my first time driving here in the GT car, but the track's still going to be the same, right?
What about coming to Detroit and running this weekend? What's it like?
It's one of two street courses that we have on our schedule, this one and Long Beach, obviously. And we always love the atmosphere and the challenges that it brings. You know, it's so bumpy and the walls are right there, and so it's really neat that we get to do all these different types of courses.
But didn't you say the bumps are going? Okay. A lot of the bumps are going, but they can think part of the bumps are going, but they're still here. And of course, you've got 3 different classifications. Those that don't know that are going to be out there. The only one that's on here is the GT Le Mans, and that's understandable because the cars are over in Le Mans. A lot of those are this weekend, but there's still an awful lot of traffic and different cars going different speeds.
Yes, for us it's what they call an endurance race, but it's actually not very long compared to what we're used to. But we've got the prototypes obviously, and then the GTD cars, which is what I'm driving, are the slowest of the class. It was very competitive, but it's still like speed-wise the biggest differential. So yeah, it'll be some interesting passing and lots of really good racing for the fans, and that's why we're here at the end of the day.
Well, good luck this weekend, Cadillac. Okay, where are the tail boys? Right over there? Okay. So I knew there was going to be walking involved in this. No, I would run, but it gets really ugly.
Anybody's birthday we need to sing to or anything?
So I got Ricky and Jordan Taylor. This is Jordan, this is Ricky. And they're driving the number 10 Monica Minolta Cadillac DPI VR. Cadillac coming on board in sports car racing. Brand new car, first year for it. They're 4-0. They won the 24 hours at Daytona. They won the 12 hours of Sebring. They won at the Circuit of the Americas down in Texas, in the other Long Beach. Forgot Long Beach. Wow. What do you do the rest of the year?
Well, hopefully we keep going. I mean, we won here last year in Detroit, so we've had a good history here, but I think it's been an incredible year so far. Cadillac debuting at Daytona, had our toughest race of the year, and running flawlessly and finishing 1-2 there, and backing up at arguably the most difficult race ever, the 12 hours of Sebring, and going 1-2-3. So it's been an amazing start for our team in particular, but a great comeback for Cadillac as well.
Yeah, you guys have done a great job here in the past on the streets of Detroit. And this was a busy weekend for you. Get out there in this car, win, and then both of you are jumping on a plane to go to Le Mans.
Yeah, so this is such a fun time of the year, especially coming to Detroit. This is right up there with Daytona in terms of how important it is for us, GM and Cadillac. And then, then right over to Le Mans for the Le Mans test down Sunday. And then we get about a week's rest before we go back over to Le Mans for the race weekend.
Now, one of you's in the Corvette, and the other one's running a prototype. Is that the way I got it? Okay.
Yep. It was my 6th year back in Corvette. Last year wasn't great. We won the race in 2015, so the team's had a good run this year, winning a few races. So I think we can head back this year, hopefully with a bit better BOP and go for another win.
And you're running prototype.
Yeah, so in Le Mans they don't have the DPI rules, so unfortunately our Cadillac couldn't go, but yeah, I'll be in a generic Gibson engine Riley.
So they're going to be headed off to Le Mans immediately after the race. It's a 100-minute race, thank goodness for that. And also the Cadillac that you're seeing out there that they're running, all of that work, it's like the Corvette racing team, Pratt & Miller. They're based here in Michigan. They're on I-96. You can see their race shops if you know where you're looking. They're the people that do the work on these cars that have been racing impeccable with the Cadillac right now and with the Corvettes. Okay, I was making sure those people with the other little blue thing went here. And of course you got to beat the Fords this time around, right? That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, it was a big fight last year between Ford and Ferrari, and we're hoping we can bring Corvette back in that fight.
And they won a lot of them. Anyway, the Taylor brothers. Now I get to do the two of us sitting together, which is really great. Marco Andretti is here. I'll start with Marco. I'll make the opening. I told him earlier, I said, wait a minute, you've been around 20 years and I've known you since you started racing in the States with us? And he looks younger than I do. There's something wrong here. Something absolutely wrong.
Give me the secret later.
Marco, you look like you're having a fun time these days.
I'm trying to, yeah. I'm just trying to keep a smile on my face no matter what happens. I get to drive race cars. It's a good thing. I'm happy to be back here in Detroit. I saw a little bit of the track already. They do a fantastic job here, so looking forward to getting going. 2 races. It's been tough to try to stay fit enough for a double during the hectic month of May, but hopefully we did an okay job of that.
How tough has it been? Because you ran a race at Indianapolis, of course you ran the Indianapolis Grand Prix. The team had to get the car changed over for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The race runs on Sunday. Monday they're in the race shop, changing the car over for a street circuit in Detroit. They gotta be pooped.
Yeah, you said it. For the driver, I'll drive every day, but the guys really go through a lot. We have 2 different cars, a road course and an oval car, but yeah, it's a hectic turnaround to get ready, but they like it too.
What do you expect this weekend here? We never know about it, whether there's bumps or something comes up. It's really tight, and it gets to be very interesting.
Well, they promised that it was smooth now, so honestly, I think that's part of it. I think that's character, and I think that's something that if you make your car work over the bumps, it could set you for your competition. So, what to expect, I don't know. That's why it's going to be interesting.
But you're on video saying about the bumps in the road, so you can't start. And over here is my good buddy Tony Kanaan, former Indianapolis 500 winner, a winner here at Detroit. I remember when he won here in Detroit because I was standing down in victory lane. I think we moved it from out front to where it is now. He pulls in. We're the only 2 there. I'm looking down at him. He's looking up at me, and we don't know what to do. We just go, okay. He finally gets out of the car. But you've got a winner here, winner at Indianapolis 500. And a pretty good Indianapolis 500, I would say, on Sunday.
Yeah, I can't complain, but first of all, I want to thank Bud and his team, Roger, for this great event, obviously for Jim. A lot of good memories of this place. I won my first race ever here in '96 in Indy Lights and came back in '97 and won again. Had my worst accident in my life here, and Roger took really good care of me, sending me home in his plane. So I was at the time I was really young. I said, man. Yeah, hurt more often, I guess. We're just playing, but no, anyway, it was a good race for us last week, and I think it was a huge battle the entire race, and everybody fought really hard. It was a track position race, and nobody would give an inch. And it was some hectic moments. I'm glad everybody's okay. Big props to the Lara and the series for making such safe cars that everybody walked away. So. Glad that, and congratulations to Takuno on the great win.
Well, he's going to be very, very busy. He's got 2 races to run this weekend, and I think as soon as the checkered flag falls, you're probably on a plane headed to Le Mans, or I know you probably get a waiver because you're what? I always get this platinum, gold, silver, bronze, some kind of driver that they have in their hierarchy.
Yeah, I have no idea where I'm at, but I know I got the news Monday after the 500 that I was going to replace Sebastian Bourdais, that unfortunately got hurt. So on the Ford GT, and I've never been to Le Mans. I don't know if I'm super or whatever I am. People keep saying I'm old. I guess I'm platinum or whatever. But yeah, I'll be busy. I got to go to the simulator this week, this fall after this race, and then we're going to go to Texas to race. So I'm not testing there. And I'm going straight to the race. So very encouraging. Sebastian told me that I'll have 8 laps before the race, so I think I'll be okay.
It's very interesting. I compare Le Mans. If you take Le Mans compared to Road America, which is a 4-mile plus racetrack, it's kind of like the Indianapolis Motor Speedway compared to the old Nazareth track in size. It's so much bigger than what you've raced on here in the United States. So much longer.
That's very encouraging. Thank you.
I try to help you out as much as possible. I've always been that way, you know that.
I know. I was trying to talk to Simon a little bit, imagine, to see if he could give me a little bit of insight on it. Hopefully it'll be okay. Hopefully the simulator will help me out a bit. I can crash as much as I want there. So Chip told me that.
I'm not sure Jim told you that.
In the sim, yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Good luck this weekend, my friend. And good luck over his job. We're going this way. Joseph Newgard, the newest member of Team Penske. He's got Hunt-Like Horizon on board and winner at Barber this year. Come on, you can stand up. The old guy can walk. You can stand up. Okay? Well, you got the win at Barber, which was a great initiation with Team Penske. I know it was unfortunate for Will that he had a tire go down, but that's kind of racing.
It is, you're right. I mean, it's, someone once told me that, I think it's actually Rick Mears that told me that you're going to have more days that don't go your way than days that do go your way. So when the days that go your way, you take them, regardless of what it is, you take those days. So, for us, it's been a good start to the year. It's all new for me still. But it's been a pretty seamless transition. I've been doing this for a little while now. This is my 6th year in IndyCar, which is, to me, it's crazy. It goes by very quick. You don't realize it when you're 6 years down the road before you know it. So, still understanding everything with Team Penske. They've got such a smooth operation that it's pretty easy to join into the program and try and help contribute with all the other guys. And really, that's kind of, I think, some of the secret sauce to the whole team is the teammates that we do have. It's unbelievable the way we work together. We have such a great dynamic between everybody. So they've helped me be better. They've helped me, integrate into the team pretty quickly. And I don't know about anyone else, but I'm actually excited for a normal race weekend. The month of May, it can wear you out. It's a long month. We almost had some really good success there with Elio, and he was kind of flying the flag for our whole group at the end of that race. And I was cheering him on. I got involved in an incident late in the race, same with Will, but I was certainly cheering Elio on, trying to get it done, and we came very close. So, it's a great group. We try and put one of the cars in victory lane with Team Penske if we can. We all work together to put one car there. So, whoever it is, you hope it's yourself, but we got to put one car there. So we're going to try and do that this weekend, and I'm excited, like I said, just to have a normal 3-day weekend again.
This is an important racetrack as a boss, has a hand in this.
It's huge. I think the level of bumps is just about right, actually. If you ask me if I was to rank racetracks, I'd say that's perfect. For the scale of the bumps, just unbelievable. They nailed it. It's a great job. But
I'm cutting you off. You've done good right there. You don't mess it up. And I'm going to go over real quick so I pass you out. Won in Belle Isle in 2013. And has been a great series champion coming off of last year with a great year and trying to get it going here in the month of May. So especially, the Grand Prix was okay. The 500, of course, some problems along the way, but here you are at a place you won for.
Yeah, it's amazing actually at the 500 when your teammates running second, going for the win. You're on the back like I was. You can look at those monitors, the big TV monitors. And I was checking where Elio was going, and I was hoping for the win. But congratulations, Takuma. It was a fantastic event. I think we had an incredible 100 race. But the 101 was, I think, even better, and you see IndyCar going so much better. It's really cool to be part of it right now and be one of the drivers.
You don't go back to the days of, say, the Indianapolis 500 where the winner would win by, 20 seconds. These days, it's like a wheel. And the competition that we see throughout the Verizon IndyCar Series is like that week in, week out.
Yeah, it's really competitive these days, and that's what makes it so enjoyable. When talking to TK earlier, I raced in Le Mans in the past, I did sports cars, and I had a strong desire to come to IndyCar just because of that, the competition, the drivers, the teams, everybody's on the top game every weekend. And, you can also start last and win the race by strategy or a little bit of luck sometimes. And I think that's the beauty of the sport. I don't think there's any other racing series in the world like this, and I think that's really enjoyable.
What are you looking for this weekend? Double points.
Enjoy the racetrack. It's so smooth. It's actually just like TK. I won my first IndyCar race here, so I really enjoyed this race. It's 14 corners. It's very physical, very challenging, and when you get it right, it's a lot of fun. So we've got 2 races to win.
Good luck this weekend. Sudden Passion. And I think Bill Howard is over here. Oh, I thought you were back there. Do I get paid mileage for this? Will Barrett driving the number 12 Team Penske machine. You have won here, obviously, in the past. and Detroit. Big weekend to get back going at points, obviously, go after a championship with double points. It's a huge weekend.
It is a big weekend, and Elliot now he's got the lead. I know when Elliot gets the lead, the points lead, he goes, and he's very good around this track, so you've got to kind of try and close that gap. But yeah, always enjoy this place. Very smooth, nice track. I think smoother this year, and very technical. You really got to attack it. So the harder you go, the faster you go. It's very, very enjoyable. The racing's good. The restarts are fun. And I feel like we always have good cars here. So, and if we're not on the pace, we've got 3 other teammates to learn from. So we've got a pretty good situation.
What is the key to run good here in Detroit?
I think you got to attack. It really rewards attacking. It's some pretty high commitment corners. The last 2 corners you're pretty much scraping the wall on the exit of both of those, and a technical section in the middle and around the fountain. So you got to put it all together. And the race is a lot of fun. It's really interesting. The red tires are usually the soft compound wood tires, but actually worse than the black tires. So it mixes the strategy up a lot. So you've got to pick the tires well and pick the strategy well and race hard.
Well, we're looking forward to 2 great races this weekend. Good luck, Bo.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, now, you think we can put them all together, don't you think? One position. Going over to my good buddy, Helio Castroneves. Of course, this place is good for him because this is where he won his first IndyCar race and climbed the fence for the first time. I always try to bring that up. He's a winner here 3 times, just like he is at the Indianapolis 500. My friend, you came close on Sunday.
I know. I actually, when I was running right behind Tacoma, I saw some smoke. I think I saw some smoke. I was like, it's gonna blow up. It didn't, but it's interesting. Tacoma did a great job. Congrats. But when we went to Indianapolis, we knew we'd have a big challenge ahead of us, and instead we made an excuse. We just all 5 of us, because Bob will also join us there. So all 5 of us, put our heads down and start working. And man, what a car! I was able to do anything I wanted. And then I have quite an adventure race, I have to say. When I had an incident with Scott, and thank God he's all right. When I saw the car flying, I'm like, holy crap. I don't think you can say holy crap, but anyway.
You already did.
Yeah, so I'm like,
just don't talk about the bumps, okay?
This is gonna hurt, yeah. You guys talking about, I don't know what bumps are they talking about here. Bud told me, we're gonna smooth out the bumps. Why? Why do you guys have to change the track? The track is perfect, okay? So, but I hit actually a huge bump in Indianapolis there, and in fact, I just found out that the valve housing was cracked. So just to show that it was, I was incredible. Finished the race, but the car was awesome, great strategy. Roger did a great strategy with me. They said I jumped the start. I'm still kind of skeptical because they said green. I went green, and anyway, we had to do a penalty. But great job. The entire organization, Team Mexico did amazing. Gave me another great opportunity, but it just felt a little bit short, unfortunately. But we'll come back next year.
And you come in here leading the points. It's tight, but you lead the points.
Hey, I don't care. It's tight. You can win a championship by 1 point, but as Will said, he's right. This is also another doubleheader. A lot of points in the game, and we're going to focus on that. Try to extend this lead and never look back.
Okay, I got a question for you. This came into my mind when I was driving up here yesterday and stuck in traffic. And this is to collaborate or whatever, to back up. What I was told by another Penske driver by the name of Brian Keselowski. Have you seen Roger Penske in jeans? Brad says he has seen him in jeans.
I have not. Actually, that's new. Is he in jeans right now?
I don't think so. But I just wondered whether Brad was just lying to me at the time or pulling my line.
Brad has some good connections, so I guess that's why he is with Steve, but I have not. So, and I guess he has more good relationship than I guess.
Well, he's younger.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
You want him over there?
No, I don't. Because I'm old and gray, you know that.
But as Tony said, we're platinum, so we have more experience, we're better, we're getting better.
with age just like wine, fine wine, you know, so we're going to get there, no worries.
Good luck, my friend, this weekend.
Thank you very much.
And finally, and not least of all, someone's in there somewhere, our Indianapolis 500 champion, Takuma Sato. Is he back over here? I thought so. Takuma, first, congratulations on the Indianapolis 500.
Thank you very much.
I mean, has it settled in yet that you have won that race, the Indianapolis 500? I grew up going to it as a kid, being a Navy Hoosier, and what it means, and the great drivers in the past. You have joined that group.
I know it's one of the incredible feeling in the event, and absolutely privileged to win the 500, of course, and I can't be thank enough to the Michael and entire under Jordan Sport, because that was absolutely team effort. And Roger and Jim, thanks for having me here. It's absolutely a privilege to only to participate in the 500 is already it's a great achievement. And winning that such a historical race is just absolutely a dream comes true.
It was incredible, and watching you race out there, I had a feeling it's going to be, I'm going for the Indianapolis 500 like almost 2012. My foot's not coming off that pedal. It's going to stay down to the floorboard, and I'm either going to win or I'm going to crash.
Yeah, well, that's what the AJ say all the time. So I'm happy. I'm happy that they pulled it off like that way, and especially the last 6 lap was very intense. The longest the laps I ever had. But I think the Helios, the one to beat the man, for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and actually having a great show for the fans. It's a very, very fantastic moment, and there is no time to settle after that. I think everybody knows going through it after the banquet. We flew to the New York and 11 hours media tour, and another midnight flight to the Texas, and another 10 hours media tour, which is crazy, but I think I can't comprehend it. And actually, Elio said the Land the Bell for the Open the Stock Market was his favorite program, which I took him to a very, very fun way. So it was a great tour, and I can't thank enough to everyone who's supporting it.
It's going to be great then to get in the race car, get in the office, and get rid of all, try to put all this behind you to move forward, because you're right in the points battle right now.
Absolutely. I mean, the team has got carrying the great momentum, especially number 26 cars, and all the boys have lifted absolutely on the machine, like they could. So, I mean, Detroit will be one of my favorite track and races anyway. I never won here, but I got a great memories, and the weather could be playing both ways, I think, but hopefully fans have a great event, and hopefully we have a strong weekend.
Come again, congratulations and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks to all the drivers.
Thank you. Lunch is about to be served, so takeaways from today still needs work. Simon Saki is still strong, and the phrase of the day is, don't forget the herb. Smooth herb. Don't forget the herb. It should be a great race weekend. Look forward to bringing it to the nation on ABC Saturday and Sunday at 3:30 Eastern Time. And thank you all, and hope you enjoy a great weekend here in Detroit, and enjoy your lunch.